Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. The ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And here we go at Mile High. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 14. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Julian Blackman.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at a 4th down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Broncos get set to take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Nick starting with the pass. Forced out to his right. He's running with it. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st down, ball at the 36. Nick's off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Nix. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Nix from the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. On comes someone with plenty of experience putting into this mile-high sky from his high school days at nearby Mullen. It's J.K. Scott. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down throw, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you're on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Again, Mahomes to throw. He brings it in. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Running back sent in motion. On first and 10, here's Nix. He throws a bullet deep to the right side.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They'll give it to Williams on the option. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Now Nix on third down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet at that time.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Bruce Sanders that time on the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. It is Cup left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Ball at the 33 for first down. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Second and 13. Gets this to Fant. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Third and short. Here's Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
First and goal, Swift. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. 7-0 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's brought down for a loss.
There's no question that offensively you're disappointed when you're in these goal to go and you go backwards. But this is one of those situations, Kate, where I got to give a tremendous amount of credit to that defense. That surge, that want to, that leverage to not just stop them at the point of attack, but knock them 2 yards backwards.
Here's a give straight up the middle. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Call it a gain of 2 that time, and it leaves him only a yard away on 4th and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right, decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
On the ground again on 4th and goal. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs pull out in front further, 13-zip. Butker to try the point after. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Butker on now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. This is ahead for about 5. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against a front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
Here's 2nd and 5. That's into the hands of Moore. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now Nix. Brought in right side. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. 16 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll run here on 1st down. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second and 8. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. At the 20. And he makes the Heffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to the air, Nix after the pick. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. He beams one deep right side. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Give to Williams from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Nix looking to throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Smith able to put it through. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Return coming from the 6. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it inside the 25. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Running it after the penalty. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. That's 8 yards on that run, and now it's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Chiefs pushing for a bigger lead before halftime. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing with a blitz on the way. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He's got him. That's Swift. Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker to try the point after. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Butker on now to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here he goes on the bootleg. Buying some time right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
From the 34. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. He's trying to push the field. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Chiefs get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And he goes out of bounds, just short of the 35. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
1st down from the red zone. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body.
And they will score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs grow their lead yet again. Butker on now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Nix with it on first. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. Moore's got it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Throwing on first down, Nix. Escapes the pocket. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Butker on now to kick this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. They'll throw again. Nix. He's going to push one deep down there. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
And the Broncos offense isn't leaving the field. Looks like they're going to go for 2. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. To the air, Mahomes. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes now. He lofts it deep left. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. Looking for a target. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down. Nix from the gun. Trying for the deep ball. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Has his man, it's Swift. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And this punt works out. It's going to cross the 20, be touchdown at the 16-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Motion man sent left. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Off the mark there, incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Nix. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Big game downfield. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good for a gain of 5. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Nix. The screen pass falls incomplete.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, their coach wants to see them convert those.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They motion a receiver left. Going for it on 4th, Nix. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. On 1st down, they'll run. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
From the 46. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Hand off to the back. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Brought down by Julian Blackman. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Back to the well again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Another carry for him. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs trying to end this before the final quarter. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Chiefs continue piling on to this lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Now Nix. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. And they pick him off again. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They give it to him again. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up second and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard, well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Chiefs football, and they've got to feel pretty good about this score entering the 4th.